Kirby's Adventure on the NES. Love this game. A lot of fun. A lot of great memories. And this was the first Kirby game that I ever played. Now, Kirby's Dream Land came out first on the Game Boy, and that's what introduced the world to Kirby. But I didn't have a Game Boy. I actually didn't have a Game Boy until much later, until the whole Pokemon craze came out. But I am so glad I started off with this one, playing Kirby. If you don't know anything about Kirby and you're living under a rock, basically Kirby can suck up his enemies. He's a pink puffball who can fly, and when you suck up your enemies, you steal their abilities. There's various different ones, like right now I have the beam ability, which is honestly probably one of the more common ones. There's ice, there's fire, there's spark, there's sword, there's umbrella, there's wheelie, and just a ton more. And in the later games, there's a lot more abilities too. And here, you're still going to have a lot of fun. You're still going to have a lot of fun discovering what Kirby can do if you've never played a Kirby game with the enemies. There's some that you can suck up and you'll just eat, and you'll use them as ammunition. And the cool thing is, you really don't even have to use the abilities, but it's highly recommended. Now, Kirby is super, super accessible. I love it. It's probably somewhere between easy and medium range in difficulty, and you're going to have a ton of fun. Kids will like it. They'll enjoy it, have a ton of fun with it. And the really, really good thing I liked about it as a kid, there was a save function. There was a battery. Now, of course, on the NES Classic Edition, you are going to have the automatic save states, and you can save too if you want to. After each level, each stage, it's going to save automatically for you. Also, other things I really enjoy about Kirby are these little mini games. You're going to see me doing a little crane game, and there's mini games after each level where you try to jump up, and then there's things like this in each world. And I really, really like this added touch. I like mini games and games in general, like Final Fantasy VII has a ton of them, and other Final Fantasies, and you'll have a lot of fun. There's some variety here. Now, my childhood memories. Like I said, I played this game. I actually borrowed it from some friends, and I remember beating this game. It's not super difficult. It's not super hard. And I just felt so good about it. I loved it. I enjoyed every minute of it. It's very colorful. The music is so catchy. It'll just stay with you. And for some reason, I adore Kirby. I adore Kirby. And the level design, HAL Laboratories, is amazing. They're the guys that came up with Smash Brothers. And just so much fun to be had here. And I forgot the cutter ability too. There's the cutter ability, which is similar to the sword ability, which you'll see here in a little bit. And Kirby will stick with you. The cast of characters, the enemies, King DDD, you name it. And you know, I'm not talking about like the Super Nintendo game that came out, which is one of my all-time favorite Kirby games in general. Meta Knights in that one, but even, you know, just with King DDD and Kirby, it's enough here. It's enough. You'll have a lot of fun with this, and very, very, very enjoyable. Highly recommended. Does this game belong on the NES Classic Edition? Absolutely, 100% yes. Yes, yes, yes. I've said that a lot to these games that are on this set, and Nintendo did a very good thing by including this game on the NES Classic Edition. It is a semi-long game. I mean, it's not super, super long, but it's longer than, say, like Donkey Kong Jr. or Donkey Kong or Pac-Man, play-wise. And you can beat it, you know, in a day, in a few hours, and play it again. There's some replayability to this one. Now, the one thing I wish they could have included is multiplayer, kind of like what they did with the Super Nintendo game. Basically, if you suck up your enemy and you can clone them, the 2-player can play that enemy character that you cloned on the Super Nintendo game. And that would have been a lot of fun here as well, but I understand there's some limitations on the NES. So, just a minor complaint. You're also going to enjoy the bosses. The boss fights are a ton of fun. You're going to see me in this video reach the first boss, and he's super easy and very recognizable. It's the tree enemy, and you're going to have a ton of fun fighting these bosses, beating these bosses, figuring out their weaknesses, and guys, Kirby is so good. Kirby is awesome. Now, some of the newer Kirbys I'm okay with. I haven't played the new one on the 3DS, and I haven't really played the one on the Wii or the Wii U, but they're fun. I know they're very fun. Now, you can get this game pretty much anywhere. I mean, it's pretty cheap on the NES. You can get it for like 25 to 30 bucks easily, and it's very easy to find. It's not rare or anything. It's also on the 3DS. There's a classics version, and they did an upgrade on it. And I think there's like 3D graphics involved with it too, but you don't have to play it in 3D, if that makes any sense. So you can find this game very easily. It's also on the Wii Collection that came out a few years ago for the 25th anniversary of Kirby. And that's a really good set to have as well. It has, I think it has Dreamland 3 on it, which is a harder to find Super Nintendo game. But yes, I digress on all that. Kirby, you should play this game. It is so much fun. Track it down any way you can if you are a Nintendo fan, if you are a Kirby fan, and you've never played this game. That's going to be it, guys, for this review. I hope you've been enjoying this month. I hope you've been enjoying these reviews. If you have not subscribed to me, please do so. And if you do that, basically you're in the running for an NES Classic Edition I'm giving away at the end of the month of June. I'm also giving away some Sega Genesis stuff, Sega Genesis Classics on the PlayStation 4, and the PlayStation 3 collection set. And all you have to do is subscribe. That's it, guys. I want to give away to you guys. I like giving away stuff. I've always been a giver, and you guys have always astonished me with comments that you leave, and just thank you. Let me know what your childhood memories of Kirby are. Did you play this game growing up? And what is your favorite Kirby game of all time? Mine's the Super Nintendo All-Star game, and for good reason. I did a review on that. Check it out on my channel, Super Nintendo Classic Edition Reviews. And again, guys, thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me. And as always, I hope you have a good rest of your day and enjoy the rest of this footage. Thank you for watching.